Hi guys, I've cleaned the area, cleaned the energies. My team's here, creators here, and I would also like to clear away all negative energies or anything that is not of the highest light that is being sent to my channel, to myself or to anyone watching, and I transmute that energy into pure unconditional love, light and healing energy. So I was just chatting away to my team, and asking them, to give me the guidance what I need for today. And I started to get quite overwhelmed, to be honest, as they was chatting away to me. So I do believe that someone who is watching, you've been recently contacting with your team. I do believe that you've had contact with Archangel Michael, and the message that he brought through was that he's there, he's always there, and I'm listening to what I was hearing just from the download that I got, and it's just a beautiful feeling to know and to feel who's actually with you. And so someone there out there is experiencing, and you're feeling a lot of angels. There's not just Michael around you, there's an awful lot who's with you, working with you. And the message that I was getting is that you have been through quite a turbulent time. You've had quite a few turbulent times in your life. And the last instance, I think it was this last one that we've all gone through, this big major shift. Not like we've been through one now, but I'm going back to, like, say, between 2019 and 2023. You had you wasn't very, it was like as if you was being diagnosed with having depressions and anxieties and panic attacks and things, you were all up in your head, and you actually got out of this situation yourself with the help of your team. You listened to what they said. They were telling you that they were there. You were hearing ringing. It weren't just ringing in your ears. It was like, the only way I can explain it is the way that I heard it. And it was like they were talking. I could hear the angels talking. It was like harmony, like the harmonies, and the sound, the way it sounded, and it was so like it sent like a chill all the way through your body. Not a chill, but like a chill, yeah, but not a chill like a cold chill, but like you could feel that vibration of sound within your actual being. You could feel the connection between yourself, Source, Creator, God, and the angels. And you knew that they were there. You knew that they were there with you. You knew that you were going to get out of that situation, because they would not leave you. They've never left you. They've always been there. They've always been around. It's only when you get to a point where, as say you were having heart palpitations, you may have some points thought you were having an heart attack. It got that bad, but this was what was being projected onto you. And in this instance, when this thing happened to you, I'm explaining this because I'm explaining from my own perspective of it, is when this happened to you, it was like you could feel you felt something in your heart, and it was like your whole body went rigid, and you it was like you could feel as though your energy, your life force was being taken from you. And at that time, the person who was trying to take this from you was there with you, because it was someone who you were connected to, who you were very close to, because it was the same with me. And at that time, you were told, it's okay, you're fine, nothing's happening, we're here, we've got you, but you've got to play along with this, because this person is the person who's trying to take you out of existence, shall we say. They were just standing there watching, looking. You survived it because, you know, you weren't going to go anywhere at that time. It's like I've said many times on the channel, everything that people do, the projections that they do, the projections that they send, is an illusion. It's not just an illusion for you, because they're trying to create illusions in your mind. It's an illusion for them. You know, they think that what they're doing is going to work, because it may have worked on other people to them, but these other people, it may have been their time. Do you understand? So they think that they've been like really like good at doing all this dark projection and infiltrating on other people's lives and existence, but they haven't. They may have put like love spells out as well, but they're all gone back, because nothing actually touches you, because I feel as though I'm talking to like someone who is very high ranked, very, you know, an higher being sort of thing. Right, anyway, I'm going to get on with the reading, so maybe that's going to be the theme again. It always is when I pick these cards up, but yeah, let's see what we can get. Okay, so we have the Hawthorns, and I think my cards are upside down, but it came upside down. Deep love, mother's milk, birth of the portal. But yeah, they had no, and they have no protection. This person who was doing you wrong, trying to take away your essence, you know, your divinity, your everything that you are, they have no protection whatsoever, at all, whatsoever, nothing. They may have done. I do believe that this person they just went down the wrong road, you know. Instead of, they come to like a crossroads in their life. You was their crossroad. They had a choice. They could either go down the path of righteousness, or they could get out their little shovel and start digging into the dirt on that crossroads. And it seemed as though instead of looking up and looking forwards, they looked down and stayed exactly where they were on that crossroad. And you all know what, you know, have you seen Supernatural? I used to love that show. It's amazing with Dean and Sam. And they went to the crossroads a lot of the times to call up on things. And I believe that this person did exactly that. They went to the crossroads. They dug in the dirt of the crossroads, and they were calling up to cause you harm. I believe that they knew who you were. They knew that you were supposed to of some sort of connection. You were supposed to be in this divine connection, but they chose other. I believe that this person had been under a spell themselves, like a spell. Well, yeah, from someone else. Hey, baby. They'd been under a spell from someone else. And come up for a long while, for a very long time. And they were still in connection with this person. It was like as if they were still children. They were all still children, you know. I believe this person actually thought and said, oh, I've been this way all my life. I've never changed since I was like 14 or 15. But they'd been under a spell from this other person who they were still a friend. I don't even think you ever met this friend. You may have known of them because of them talking about them, and this triggered your intuition. Well, not your people said that's the one, that's the one. So listen out again, and you listened out again, and that name was mentioned again. So you knew, and you know who this person is. This person doesn't work alone. They're either a male or a female energy, and they work with another two people. They think they're a little coven. They maybe are. Maybe they are. Maybe this person you was with was a part of it, or they wasn't a part of it, but then they started to be a part of it because they thought, oh, this sounds good, or they might be the main instigator, you know. But what I'm picking up is the truth is going to come out. It's been a while now since all this has happened. Everyone has been quiet. Everyone has been silent. No one's been saying a word or anything. But you know, you can feel it. We have inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions, new beginning, inner earth. So yeah, I'll pick that up as what I was just talking about, the earth, in the earth. They were going into the earth, doing things into the earth. And you'll survive this because you did survive it. Whatever was being sent out to you, you survived. These people don't know why, how, you know. How did you survive everything we sent to you? Because you've got, like I say, like what I was talking about earlier with Michael, you've got so many protectors around you, and they were alerted already. You didn't even have to call on your ancestors, your ancient ancestors, because they were already being awoken to the fact that something was being done to you, and you were continuously getting insight and nudges into the situation. You were continuously being told of everything that was happening to you. I don't think the severity of it was given to you at the time. You were just told little bits because of how intense they were doing things towards you. It was being held back, and I believe that once you went and you did your healing and you looked back on every situation and watched and learnt and seen what was actually going on behind the scenes, it was made more clearer and clearer and clearer. So like everything that you was being told, once you started to heal, you was allowed to go back on each situation and view them from a third person perspective. And it's like they talk about a time machine, you know, like Orson Welles when he did the Time Machine. That's a good film. I love that film. And he goes back to the Molokai or wherever it is, and he meets that beautiful lady, you know, and they're all young there. But what I believe you do is you don't need a time machine. I don't think any of us actually do need a time machine. We can go back in time, and we can go forward in time, or we can be now in this now moment. As I've said many times before, we are organic. The body's organic, but our soul is infinite, and you can go and travel to any place, any time, any dimension, any universe, multiverse. It wouldn't be okay for me to talk about this if I weren't, because I've had a good chat with them, and they're guiding me at the moment. They're telling me all of this. So we've got loosen your grip. So you had to loosen your grip on this situation. I do believe this person may have been a twin or a karmic twin, but the connection was immense. Coping mechanism, destiny, addiction, let God in. So there were many addictions that were caused in this situation with you and this other person. You were using you know, how can I say it? Things that grow in the garden to help you cope. Maybe you were smoking a lot, maybe you were drinking, you know, you were trying to cope with it. This situation was written for you to go through this situation. It was written that you would awaken and understand the other side of yourself through this situation. You were led to believe, you thought that this was your other half, but it wasn't, because it's got about the destiny. I don't think it was your destiny. It was all false, all lies from the very beginning of this relationship. You were trying to keep God in your life. You've always been with God. You've always been with Creator Source, you know, with your team. And I do believe when you were around this person, they were blocking you from your connection. You were trying to do your prayer, and they were blocking that from happening. You would even pray for this person, you know, you would even put up the protection for them as well as yourself and your other loved ones. And all they were doing were being sly and unjust behind your back, but you knew, so it wasn't really behind your back. We have baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. They have had no intuition whatsoever. I do believe that all the lies that they were telling you, it took you a little time, maybe 6 months, but you knew what was going on, and you allowed them to carry on doing what they were doing because you had to learn, you had to go through this to be the person you are today. If you hadn't have gone through this situation, you would not understand the two sides, because there's two sides to everything. There's two sides to all life and to all of creation. Our meal ticket was from God of free will, and free will is there so that you can call free will to get you out of a situation. You have free will. You have your free will. You can. It's like a wild card, isn't it? To get yourself out of a situation. But all along, you were taking baby steps. You were taking baby steps, and their intuition wasn't their intuition. You knew after so long that they were mirroring you, that they had been mirroring your energy. It wasn't their energy. They water your garden, body care, tenderness. They was trying to fool you, making you believe that they were something that they were totally not. They wasn't what they said they were. I'm not going to say the words, but it starts with an N. We all know what they were. If you do astrology, have a look for, if you want to check up on anyone you're with, use their birthday just for the it's Paragathans or something like that. And it gives you like the numerology of them. And there's a certain number in it. And it does actually say, and it does state, you know, I looked at this person who I was with after the fact, and which I wasn't being nosy, I wasn't trying to find their fate, that is, which you can't do, it's up to God, yeah. People can be nosy and see what your fate is, yeah, but they can't change it in any one way, shape or form. They think they can, but they can't, they cannot do it. If you're with God, as long as you're with God, and you're with Creator, and you're with your team, no one can change it but you. It is you who holds the key. You hold the key to your destiny. You hold the key to your art, and you decide who it goes to. No one else. Even if they tried to put these little love spells on you, at the end of the day, doing things like that, it's all being seen. It's all being seen, you know. And be careful what you take from people as well. If people are giving you something on first meeting you, like a crystal or something. I had a crystal given me. I was stupid really at the time. I thought, you know, I've always given people too much. I gave them too much, you know, benefit of the doubt. But then once you start to realise the benefit of the doubt goers, and then it's like as though you start slackening off the rope, and you keep on giving them more and more rope. And the more and more rope they get, the more and more they, you know, tie themselves up in that rope, because they're being seen continuously for what they're doing, for what they're doing against you. And nothing goes unseen. Everything gets seen. Everything. It's all written down in the book of life. Akashic records are your Akashic records. No one can go into your Akashic records. No one at all. So if you're hearing people say they're going into it, they cannot, and they cannot go into your Akashic records. Even if you do hypnotism or anything like that, you are the one who's in those. You are the one who's looking at those records. You're the one looking at where they are. You're the one opening the book and seeing what's in the book. It's you who's telling the person who is putting you under hypnotism what you're seeing. And you can only tell what God will allow you to tell, because that is a protected place. These things, you know, because people have been trying to destiny swap. You know, if the people who've tried to destiny swap with me, yeah, I have suffered all of my life. I don't want sympathy. I don't want sympathy, but I'm saying I've been in pain since the day I was born. I've had 4 major operations and others. I've still got to have another operation. You know, do you want to swap with that? Is that what you want to swap with? Is that what you really want? Yeah. You know, you think that just because people have got, like, are okay with what they've got, like, even though it's a little, and they're okay with having a little, it don't mean to say that they haven't got a lot of art. It's all what, you know, it's our art, isn't it? It's the love that you give out. It's the love that you receive. It's what you feel and what you give, you know. And these people, all these people are just takers, you know. They would never learn to transmute pain. They would never learn to do any of the things that you've been doing, that you've understood and know how to do, because they would never take the time to do it. All they are interested in doing is running around and causing chaos in the world. Anyway, I just got, I'm sorry, so, but they're not. I've shuffled these cards and these have come out the same as they did the other day. So I'm going to really look into them, because the messages in these cards are for real, you know. They wouldn't keep coming up the same, would they, else? Defensiveness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So they were being defensive, no matter what you said, no matter what was spoken or anything, you know. This person, they had no intentions of being anything to you, any good, any, yeah, they came in bad. And, you know, my heart does go out to everyone who's been in this situation, and also the ones that have done it also to people, because you need love, that's all you need. And because your heart is so crustated and never been opened and cracked open, and even though people have tried, you've always, you know, gone back to exactly who you were. And these people will never change, no matter how hard you try to change them. It's always best to move on and move forward with your life. I've done enough cards there. So I'm going to do a Keepers of the Light, because I want to see who's been guiding us today. Or can I just ask that whoever's been very close with this reading, can you let us know through these Keepers of Light cards? There's a few decent deities, angels, ascended masters in these cards. They're beautiful cards. So we're going to pull one of these and we're going to see who was with us today. I do hope this reading's been okay, that it's put a little bit of light onto how someone out there has been feeling, because it's not all bad. You're perfect, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're caring, you're loving, you know. It was in your destiny to do this. This was what had been written. Sorry, I'll take these. This is what was written for you, and that's just it. And at the end of the day, you're a survivor. You've always been a survivor. From the beginning of your creation, you have been a survivor, and you will continue to survive and thrive. Your manifestations, anything you want comes in. I never manifest anything. I just let it happen. Whatever happens, happens, because you don't, you know, it's up to God what you have. It's up to Creator, you know. And if you're deserving, and if there's something that you need, it always comes. It's pointless being greedy and trying to be too much, have too much of this and too much of that. You only need what you need to survive on, you know. As long as you have a roof over your head, food in your cupboards, love in your heart, you're truly blessed. And your health, of course. And you are truly blessed. So you should count your blessings before you start screaming out and trying to manifest more and more and more. That is just the ego self, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to just pull one from the top now. We have Kalimar. She features a lot because I put her as a feature in my channel. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So yeah, facing fear. So face your fears, basically. Kalimar is saying to face your fears. And she's a boss, isn't she, Kalimar? I mean, she's the twin flame of Shiva. I'm going to put the card so you can see. Kalimar is the Hindu goddess. You can see that, can't you? Yeah, all the shine. Is the Hindu goddess of death and rebirth. She brings old cycles to an end so we can experience transformation. She is a strong, fierce, fiery and powerful image of the divine feminine. Many have been intimidated by her, but she is a mother energy and therefore completely loving. She's like a fierce mother protecting her child from harm. She has a dark energy like the night sky, but it consumes fear and leaving only love. She is the twin flame of the god Shiva and has even been known to slay his ego so that he can reveal his true loving self. You know, so egos can be overcome. And she's done it many times to her twin Shiva. This is the time. This is the time when you are able to look fear in the eye and move away from it. Fear is just energy, and energy can be changed. This can be an intense experience because the human self is so conditioned that it may be used to operating with fear present. When the fear is gone, it may feel as though an emptiness is there. You are being filled with the courage of spirit now, so that you can move from this phase of your life to the next. Trust the process and call on Kalimar to help you release your fear and then step into a space that's strong and focused and courageous. So, facing your fears, letting go of the ego, let fear go, let love in, be that strength, be that Kalimar, whether you're a male or a female energy, be that power, exist in love, in light, you know, because it's there. So I'm going to leave this reading here with you, and I'm going to say unconditional love, light and healing energy from myself, my team and creator. Have a fantastic day, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.